My name's Rebecca, and this instrument is a bansuri. It's a bamboo flute from India. Today's story is called The Pied Piper of Hamelin, and it's a story about the power of music. Once upon a time, there was a town in Germany called Hamelin. Everybody was very happy in Hamelin, until one day they were invaded by rats. The rats filled the streets, the bakery, the library, the shops, the houses. The children didn't like the rats. The inhabitants did not know what to do with these rats. They sent the cats, but the rats were too strong for the cats. They set out some poison, but the rats were too tough for poison that killed even bats. Desperate, the inhabitants and the children marched in the streets shouting, "Get rid of the rats! Get rid of the rats! Get rid of the rats! Get rid of the rats!" And the children were crying, and they all walked into the mayor's office. "Get rid of the rats! Get rid of the rats!" "Calm down, everybody," said the mayor. "We have to think of a plan to get rid of these rats." All this shouting and screaming and crying was suddenly interrupted by a strange but beautiful melody coming from outside of the mayor's office. And in came a stranger. He was tall and thin. He had piercing but kind eyes. He wore very colourful clothes, and he seemed to have come from a far, far away land. And he held a flute in his hand. He said, "I can get rid of the rats. This flute is magic." "Get rid of the rats," said the mayor, "and we will reward you, and you can stay in our town as long as you like." "Yes, get rid of the rats, get rid of the rats!" And all the children cheered and clapped. And so the stranger walked out onto the town square, followed by the inhabitants and the mayor, and again he began to play his flute. To the inhabitants' amazement, the rats poured out of the bakery, the library, the shops, the houses, and gathered around the stranger. And as he continued to play his flute, he walked out of the town gates and into the woods, followed by the thousands of rats, by every single rat that had invaded Hamelin. And the stranger walked into the river, to the middle of the river, still playing his flute. And the rats followed him, and every single one of them drowned and died. And so he had gotten rid of the rats. He walked back into town, where the inhabitants and the mayor were still on the town square, and he said, "There you go. I've gotten rid of the rats. Can I have my reward, and can I stay here?" "Puh, reward?" said the mayor. "We're not going to give you a reward. Everybody could have done what you've just done." And the inhabitants said, "Yes, go away, go away." And the stranger said, "But you promised a reward. You said I could stay, and I've done my job. I got rid of the rats." "Well, we've changed our minds," said the mayor. "Go away." And the inhabitants agreed. Go away, you're strange anyway." And so the stranger said, "Fine, I'll go." And as he left, he started playing his flute. This time, to the astonishment of everyone, the children who were there gathered around the stranger, and they were seen to leave with him, and they disappeared while he was still playing his flute. They danced and sang and clapped and followed him. And that is the story of the Pied Piper of Hamelin.